We're outside the federal courthouse for the latest in the trial of James Whitey Bulger. We had a blistering cross-examination of one of the key witnesses, Stephen the Rifleman Flemmi. Now, Steve Flemmi was Bulger's closest partner for decades. They carried out crimes together. But we're hearing from defense lawyers who are suggesting that Mr. Flemmi's testimony has changed over the years. He would say at one point that he strangled a person, or a person wasn't strangled, there was a rope, there wasn't a rope. Really, the defense attorneys are trying to use this inconsistencies to really challenge what Steve Flemmi was saying.
Let's not defer off how much he's fumbling and mumbling. Let's get back to how he killed those poor people. At times they take away from how he murdered the people.
They really pinpointed two specific murders, the murders of two women, DEBRA Davis and Deborah HUSSEY. Bulger, since the beginning, has claimed two things: that he was not an informant and that he did not kill women. Steve Flemmi came up and tried to debunk that, saying it was Bulger who strangled Deborah HUSSEY when he brought her downstairs to the South Boston home. Deborah HUSSEY was the daughter of Flemmi's longtime girlfriend. Defense attorneys suggesting it was Steve Flemmi who had a reason to kill Deborah HUSSEY. Same thing with Deborah Davis. She was the girlfriend of Steve Flemmi, and defense attorney suggesting that he was jealous of a new relationship she was having. He was mad at her, just because she was traveling abroad, and that was his anger that led to her death. Later in the cross-examination, going back to the question of whether Whitey Bulger was an informant, defense attorneys are showing that it was Steve Flemmi who had the close relationship with the mafia. We all know that the FBI was prosecuting the mafia, going aggressively at the mafia years ago. Well, Hank Brennan, in the cross-examination of Steve Flemmi, was trying to suggest that their interest was in Steve Flemmi and his relationship with the mafia, and that Steve Flemmi knew about the corruption within the FBI, and that it was Steve Flemmi and a corrupt FBI and not Whitey Bulger. This is Milton Valencia with the Boston Globe.